Hello, I'm Adam and today I will show you my game Sneferu. Sneferu is a family game for 1 to 4 players and it takes about 40 minutes. Before we begin, I would like to mention that these are prototype components and the final product will differ slightly. In Sneferu, players are architects that build their pyramids and whoever builds the biggest pyramid will win. So, the core of the game are these two colored tiles that are used to build the pyramid. Whichever player is the last on this board is playing. So, for example, right now the blue player is playing and I should buy a tile from the offer. So, for example, I can buy this tile which costs 6 food and 1 time. And whenever I pay time, that means I move on this track. And I pay the food from my reserve. So when I gain the tile, I place it into my pyramid and I try to place the tiles so that they create these areas of the same color. And whenever I place a tile such that an area is enclosed, for example with these 4 tiles, I gain food for that area. So here this area is of size 4, which means I get 7 food. As you can see, around the board there are quarries that were used historically to obtain the materials used for the pyramids. As you can see, there's gold, limestone, white limestone, basalt and granite. So whenever you get a matching material from such quarry, for example if I'm here and I get this tile which has gold, that means I also get the bonus from the quarry. So for example here I get 1 extra food. And that's basically the rules of the game. The game ends once all the ships of the players get to the final space. And then whoever has the biggest pyramid, I mean the most tiles built, is the winner. That's basically how the game is played. And now for some interesting strategic aspects of the game. One thing that you will often think about is how you want to pay for your tiles. So for example, if you have a lot of food, you usually want to buy these more expensive tiles so that you move less spaces on the board so that you can buy more tiles than your opponents. But on the other hand, if you have not much food left, you want to buy these cheaper tiles, but it will mean that you will move more on the track. So you want to balance these two payments. Another thing that you will think about is when you want to enclose your areas. So for example, you want to get the biggest areas, but if you spend too long building these big areas, you may end up not enclosing them at all or not having enough resources to keep building tiles. But if you will enclose only small areas, you will not get much food. Usually, you will buy the tile which is at the bottom of the offer because it's the cheapest. But sometimes there will be tiles that you really want that will be higher up in the supply, which means you will need to overpay some food. And one of the dilemmas that you will face is how much and how often do you want to overpay so that you get your dream tile. Despite its simple rules, the game offers many hard decisions and strategic depth. Allow me to briefly mention the inspiration of the game. So initially, I liked the way the dominoes form these areas in a pyramid. So it was clear the players will build pyramids. It's one of the games that was first designed from the mechanics, not from the team. And then I chose the Egypt because I could also, for example, choose the Incan pyramids, but the Egyptian pyramids, I think, match the shape a bit better. In Essen, we will present the prototype of this game and we will launch a Gamefound campaign early next year. So we will be very happy if you like the game, if you support us there. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching and see you in Essen or at the gaming table. See you!